Hey kids, it's Arp. This is the ArpCast, somewhat live from the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains in eastern Tennessee. Today we talk about different things, weird people, and maybe unicorns and rainbows. We read poetry and short stories too. Most of all, we keep it real. This is the ArpCast, starting now.
ArpCast number 67, March 28, 2018. Happy birthday, happy anniversary, and happy anniversary eve to all that are listening and to all that just kind of laugh, smirk when I head into the studio. That's right, they're out there. I know you are, and it's okay. I live in a parallel universe where I can see myself thin, wealthy, with good teeth. Welcome to the show. We love to be liked. Look, it just, who doesn't, right? But it's not everything, but we love to be liked. We appreciate those of you that do. As for the rest of you, we love you too. So, it's War Week on the show, and I know it's a misunderstood topic this week. And for that, I do have some regrets, but I don't. It just kind of, the hierarchy emerged, and here we went with it. And it's got, even my brother today was like, what's that? And I appreciate that. Ultimately, we started something. We got to finish it. I start, right, Bob? It's not we, it's I. Started something, got to finish it. So, the wars, battles, skirmishes, those sort of untidy engagements, unplanned by nature. You see a quick opportunity, you take a hill, you start a company, you start a family, whatever it is, completely just on a whim or by the nature of the situation. Battles are a little different, right? Battles are a little, and Friday we're going to close with the what's the war, and this is my opinion, right? So this is all my opinion. What's the war? But today, battles. And so I had a conversation with a colleague this week as I was explaining, and the colleague looked at me also with kind of that, huh? What? What are you talking about, Arp? I know you're crazy, but what are you talking about here? So we started talking about the different battles that we have, certainly with our children. That's always an interesting one, but on behalf of our children, right? Loved ones, near to us, young and old. But let's stick with the metaphor here, if you'll allow me. Well, you will, because it's my show. Another funny thought today, someone was going on about how it's always about you, and I just, because I'm a pleasant guy, I said, yes, it is. And so anyway, I don't know why I was there. Battles are altogether different, right? So with your children and the different battles that you have on their behalf for their well-being, that was the topic. And then we'll talk about this in the context of war on Friday, as I said. So, there's things like academics, sports, arts, philosophy and religion, courtesy and manners, attire, just all kinds of things. And we're constantly trying to figure out, when you really think about it, the different battles that we're trying to help support them on a day in, day out, week in, week out, monthly, whatever, as they're growing up. So academics is the first, right? Finding the right school, making sure that they have good teachers, thoroughness of the subject matter, the availability of different subjects, so forth and so on. And it's become such an interesting battlefront that the markets are driven by this. And when I say markets, I mean literally physical markets, zip codes, boundaries, townships, that sort of thing, based on us choosing how to battle on behalf of our children, right? So they can win this war, this life that they want to have down the road. How much energy are we putting forth on behalf of their academics? So sports is another one, right? We didn't do a lot of sports, did a little bit. Same kind of thing. Just the emotion, the raw emotion involved in high school and amateur sports is amazing to me, and I'm sure many of you have witnessed it. Battles. We want them to be physically fit, certainly, but that gotta win, be on a winning team. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing at all wrong with that. But we're going to see when we get here in a second. The arts, playing violin and piano and painting and dancing and jumping and skipping and all this other stuff. Right? Philosophy and religion. We want to raise good, upright citizens. So whether you're going down the philosophical path or the religious path, or maybe neither one, but wanting to build a whole person, one that understands and appreciates the greater being, whatever that being is out there. Courtesy and manners. How do we speak? How do we look? How do we walk? Hygiene, clothes, all that. And the funding that this takes, and the equipment that it takes, and the materials that it takes, and the people, though we don't directly enlist them, they're not working for us, but they're working on our behalf to prepare our children to go off, have other bigger battles of their own, so that they can win this war, whatever it is. So I think using this metaphor, and you may think it's an awful one, I think it's interesting to think about how many battles are too many for our children. All the things that we have them involved in constantly, we can't bring focus to what they're trying to accomplish. How many different fronts? Do we just say, look, choose 2 out of 3, 1 out of 3, rotate something? But no, we believe that they've got to do all these things. The college boards think they need to do all these things. I just don't see it. I don't get it. In the workaday world, it seems like if you do one thing really well, you're somehow very well compensated. Generalists are compensated as well. But, focus on that one thing, hedgehog, do it well, and you're not guaranteed success, but there it is. You're successful as whatever. What's the yield? What if we just focused and started off easy with an end in mind? This is what I'm going to be. This is what I want to do. That's the first and foremost, and I think most important battle that you can have. So that's been battles. Friday we're going to close with wars. This is War Week. I hope you've enjoyed it. I really do. Have a great Thursday.
Well, kids, you know who this is. It's ARP, damn it. You have been listening to the ArpCast, a sensational, fact-filled experience meant to change the world. I'm happy you stopped by. Our sponsors, those greedy, wily bastards, thank you too. Make sure to write. This has been the ArpCast. I'm out.